Hey, what's good, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Mace. Let's get into this, man. Love Star Wars. Yeah, love Star Wars. It's I'd say my relationship ebbs and flows. I'm not gonna get into it. Let's watch the trailer and then I can ramble afterwards, right? That makes more sense. All right, let's do it.
Just do as I say. Never can be too cautious with strangers out here. Then again, you're no stranger,
Who is it?
Lady Ventress.
Ventress is back. Again?
We got
Again?
a problem here.
Just saw him right in.
May the 4th, baby.
What's the situation?
He was your best friend. Things have changed.
You took everything from me.
Who are you?
I was Count
Looks
Dooku's
like
lead
Caillou.
assassin.
Kind of.
I don't want that life anymore.
Bane,
Wait.
no one needs to die.
Get them.
Nice.
You're
Oh,
gonna
shit.
pay for what you did.
This revenge. I hope it was worth it.
It will be.
Star Wars Tales of the Underworld. All right, another Tales of series. We've had what? Tales of the Jedi, and was it Tales of the Sith? What was the other one? Or Tales of the Empire, I think it was. Tales of the Jedi, Tales of this, now Tales of the Underworld. These shorts, headed by Dave Filoni, are pretty cool, and I'm looking forward to seeing Cad Bane featured. I'll be honest, I'm not sure if I finished Tales of the Empire. There is something to be said, like, just for me personally, it didn't grab me the same way as Tales of the Jedi, which Tales of the Jedi was just an incredible look into like the fall of the Jedi and a lot of interesting content that kind of just added a lot of context, I think, to the Jedi's fall, and it was really somber and melancholic and beautiful. It was great. Yeah, I love Star Wars, man. I was trying to think the other day, like, when did I start liking Star Wars? Honestly, I think I was in my 20s. Like, I think I was late to like Star Wars. I always knew about it, but I wasn't at the point where like I had to see everything. I typically watch everything now. The only one I haven't seen is the Resistance animated show. Never watched it. Just, it was a little bit too catered to kids, which is cool. You know, you need straight up kid shows too. Star Wars is for kids, but it brings out the kids in all of us, I think, which is one of the cool things. The frustrating part as a Star Wars fan can be just the toxicity, the negativity, and the people that have really made careers off of criticizing it. And while on the one hand, I'd say like, okay, you do you, get your bread, but at the same time, it's almost like selling your soul a little bit, because you know they don't believe all of their opinions necessarily. Or even if they do, who gives a shit? Like, why are you making your whole personality about being anti-Disney, anti-woke, anti-Star Wars? It just gets tiresome, let's just say that. Looking forward to seeing Cad Bane in this. Ventress, I'm not like as familiar with Ventress, I guess. She was an apprentice of Dooku, correct? And she had a lot of run-ins with Obi-Wan and Anakin in the Clone Wars show, which I wouldn't mind getting around and rewatching that eventually. The level of detail in these shows is pretty exquisite. Like, the animation is fantastic. And I remember an interview with George, or just a behind the scenes with George, and he was talking about how he wanted this to be like a feature, theatrical in their approach. And you get that in the camera moves, in the cinematography, in the action set pieces, and the scale of it. It's pretty wicked. So it's certainly has things that's good for adults as well. Yeah, like, I can't wait to have kids. We can get into the entire Star Wars thing. If they don't like it, I'm not gonna like force them to watch it or anything like that, right? But if they do like it, I'll be glad to go along the journey with them and kind of get their Star Wars knowledge, Star Wars education, help them out with that. So it's cool, yeah. I like the trailer. I think that just Tales of the Underworld, and Underworld, I believe, was going to be the title of a series that George was working on. I think possibly before the prequel. I'm not sure if it was before the prequels came out or after the prequels came out, but George Lucas had a vision of a television series that dealt with kind of the criminal underworld and bounty hunters and, the lower levels on Coruscant and a lot of cool shit. Like, I think it would have been really wicked. I guess he wrote a bunch of scripts. It just never got developed, I guess. So it's cool to get that kind of grittier, grimier focus away from the epicness of the Skywalker saga and the Jedi versus the Sith and et cetera like that. It's cool to get different stories. And Star Wars is such a big universe. Like, there's room for so many stories, and that's the cool thing, I think. And I'm definitely excited to see what they're going to cook up for the new films. There's a certain level of apprehensiveness, I suppose. Of course, I still don't think the sequels were necessarily... I don't think they were good, but The Force Awakens was fine. I just think the whole general direction was handicapped from the very beginning. Like, they kind of tied an arm around their back at the very beginning by... one, putting Luke away and kind of sidelining Luke. I just think it was a bad choice. There's a lot of other different ways they could have went about the sequel trilogy. I think story-wise, it's mainly story-wise, story beat-wise. I just didn't like the direction that they went. And I think that even Disney and Lucasfilm probably regrets missing the opportunity to reunite in a more meaningful way Luke, Han, and Leia. The difference with myself is, even if I have those thoughts, I'm not going to whinge about it for near a damn decade now. I'm sure there's still, like, The Last Jedi, The Last Jedi videos coming out. Like, yeah, that's the difference. All right, cool. Make sure to like and subscribe. I'm also a rapper and producer. You can find me on streaming. Just search Macy, man. MAC3Y. That be me. All right, peace.